Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir, and welcome back to Pyre. We are off the back of an impressive win against the Tempers, in which we used our newest party member, Big Bertrude. She's a witch from the bogs, and she was pretty damn good. Going to take some getting used to, but I think we'll use her in the upcoming matches. Anyway, we've returned to our black wagon now, and we can see Volfred and Tarek having a private conversation. So, after overcoming the Tempers rather decisively, we return to the wagon to find Volfred and the lone minstrel in the midst of conversation. Most strange that this one star should be illuminated now. This is not what I expected. Nor I, Volfred, sir. Then, Volfred notices you there. Reader, Tarek and I observed a strange occurrence in the sky, is all. It appears that the star of the Claymere rope caller is illuminated now. It is but another star, except our models and predictions of the cosmos did not anticipate this. What's the big deal about the Claymere rope caller? The first exiles came to these lands not by force but by heeding the rope caller's deceptions. The traitorous former aide to the Emperor, his actions inadvertently led the 8 scribes to find each other. Oh, so it's a bad star. This is not a good star. Anyway, go see for yourself. I shall make the wagon ready in the meantime. Okay, we'll go outside, but I think it may still be raining. I hope that's not a foreshadowing anything terrible about to happen. You see only a single shining star illuminated far above. It is just as Volfred indicated. So let's regard it then, discern where it leads. Is it the only star in the sky then? Is that what he's saying? There, that big blue one, the rogue star. And this is where we are. We're at Lu. So it doesn't seem to be too far away. Should we have a quick look at the planner? And so the Tempers, oh, they're in dead last now. After that win, or that loss against us. Okay, cool, and it's Essence who are the second. Tamitha's crew. Anyway, let's not get too distracted. Oh, that tree fella, he's there. So we've never been to this place then, have we? Because it's a new star in the sky, so it'd be a new destination in the downside. Then, we are summoned to the Isle of Claymere, deep within the Deathless Tempest. Have you been there before, Tarek? So long ago, I scarce recall the time, only the scent. It is the place whence the creatures native to this land sprang forth. Reader, let's not concern ourselves with superstitions held about that place. We'll set forth at dawn, and soon see for ourselves what to make of it. Crap, doesn't sound good. Plus we're going to be fighting that posh tree fella, and his voice is annoying. Oh god, it's Bertrude. How you doing there, dear? You are unaccustomed to seeing Bertrude smiling. She's smiling. Oh yeah, look, there is a faint grin there. Actually, it's makes her look quite comely. It's beautiful. And yet there she is, doing just that. You soon see why. You have observed before how her manner seems to soften to the degree it can whenever Volfred is around. Oh my god, we got a little we got a little crush here between Volfred and Bertrude. I wonder if it's reciprocated. Maybe. It could just be a one-way thing, unrequited. I hope not, because I would hate to piss off Bertrude. If only I could have seen their faces then. What was your secret, dare I ask, dear Bertrude? It appears that they are reminiscing about old times in the Commonwealth. Flame-resistant inks, Sandalwood. 'Twas the inks themselves which kept those volumes from being burnt to ash. Flame-resistant inks, of course. The good officers who came to visit, they were so intent on burning all the evidence, they did not stop to think the evidence was fireproof. Alas, that they later found a way to burn by a stamping press, regardless. Thy written words, they moved us many times, and many others whom we knew, there, in the southern bogs. No matter, dear Bertrude, what's done is done. At least we made it difficult for them, is that not so? While introducing some of our fellow citizens to new ideas. Perhaps. My words would not have reached near half as many were it not for you. Not to mention how I managed to elude them for another decade or so. I am ever thankful for your sacrifice. Thy thanks shall not be necessary, Sandalwood. Well, you shall have to take them from me anyhow. Thank you, Bertrude, for helping to fulfill a modest author's dreams. What's good stamping press without inks? Wait, I said that totally wrong. Well, I think you got the idea. No good at all. They exchange a laugh at this, but then, even still, and through this new ordeal, thou hast no love for us, Is that not so? Oh, bloody hell, that's going to be very awkward for Volfred to answer. I have no idea how he can maybe give a sufficient answer to that with any sort of grace. Bertrude. Nay, we understand full well. Thou needest further explain thyself. There are different kinds of love, Bertrude. Okay, a bit of a roundabout answer. On that account, thou hast nothing to teach us, Sandalwood. They remained silent for a time. That was pretty heartbreaking. Come on, Volfred, she's not so bad. There's one on the inside that counts. She's probably a little bit raspy inside. Our hearts. They cannot be controlled, Bertrude. Blasted things they are. They act well on their own. Yeah, it's only impulse, Bertrude. You'll get over him. He's just a crush. Now maybe you should be better off with someone like Rookie, maybe even Sir Gilman. He puts away his pipe. I am blessed to have you in my life. Back in the Commonwealth, and here as well. I mean that, although I know that is not enough. At first, Bertrude does not seem to acknowledge this in any way, but then... Nay, Sandalwood, it is enough. She departs without awaiting a response, brushing past you as she goes. Volfred soon turns away, as well, politely bidding you a good evening. But at least he's not leading her on. I mean, I suppose he did let her know where she stood there. Alright, well done, Volfred. You handled it maturely. The two old friends have evidently managed their way past certain tensions in their long-standing relationship. They rather seem to draw a certain strength from one another. Cool. Well, that was a very strange insight, but an interesting one at that. It's good to see that even Volfred has, I don't know, human qualities. I know he's a big lumbering, like piece of bark, but I mean they're humanised, aren't they? If I'm making any sense there, I'm not sure I am. But let's continue our journey. And let's take off. So I don't think it's going to be a long trip. I think it's just a short trip south to this Isle of Claymere or something. Was that what it was? Volfred joins you as he soar high above the storm-ravaged waters on approach to the infamous Isle of Claymere. Among its cursed qualities, it seems this wretched storm means I cannot rightly smoke. One of the downside's small misfortunes, I suppose. That's bad for you. And how the hell... Why would a tree be smoking anyway? Couldn't you set fire to your insides somehow? And got to inhale a bit of like ash. Anyway, the wagons driving seem not to mind, at least. In fact, they seem more animated now than even usual, sir. Perhaps they feel some sort of connection to this place, Tarek? Do you suppose the chastity were able to make it here intact? They also have seen it in the stars, though we shall soon know for certain. But we shall. Take us in, please, reader. And where is here? Or in? Oh, is it this place? No. Falcon Run? An icy floe near the Isle of Claymere, sturdy enough for landing. Oh, it is here. Falcon Run may be passing through here with a special offer. We got no money, Ron. I mean, we're absolutely brasset. And I don't think we can even claim sort of like job seekers down here in the downside. You make landing within the Deathless Tempest, far west of where you first breached through the shores beyond. You wonder which sort of celestial landmark lies hidden amid these waters, though for now, you have some time left before continuing onwards. Cool. Do you reckon there'll be sort of maybe vocations? Oh, we got Bertrude's Scribe Trial already. We've only played one game with her. Alright, well, no one to talk to in here, so I guess we'll just crack on like straight on with it. What's this up here? Tiny Tempest. Entertaining but would unleash calamity if it ever were to be unbottled. A keepsake from the Deathless Tempest. Look at this wagon now, it's full to the brim with awesome trinkets, I love it. Anyway, Sandra. Greetings to you, lovely reader, I am at your disposal. A Scribe Trial, please. Oh, good. Just as I was beginning to feel more bored even than usual. Ugh, this is going to be super tough. Right, so, I mean, we need to sliver more. I remember we didn't sliver enough when we first used Bertrude. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Bertrude. The old bog crone, then. She does have some potential, I should think. More so than most of those with whom you share that little residence. Then, let us bring her forth. Soon, Bertrude appears, in heed of the summons. We sense that thou hast need of us. I've just heard the, not exactly the dialogue, but the sound Bertrude makes. It sounds nothing like what I'm saying, doesn't it? Oh well, it's fine, we'll stick with it. We've already chosen to make Bertrude a, you know, a heavily addicted smoker, so we can't change that now. Right, I've got a feeling it's going to be very hard. We're not accustomed to Big Bertrude's tactics at all. I can pounce rather over adversaries. So maybe that was a little tip there. We should jump over these fools. Slam dunk. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, crone. Your answer to me here. How very eloquent. May your vast experience exceed your knack for pleasant conversation. I trust that you shall have little trouble here without the benefit of your more communicative friends. Now come. Okay, 3 quick enemies to take on here. The little sacks. No. How can we do this? We've got to take him out first, right? No, she slivered all over me. Oh. Yes, what a save. The Mooncrest saving our ass again. Right, Sliver! My big, beautiful Bertrude. Oh, there we go. Bloody hell, that leap was inspiring. So we need to do something like that again. Oh, but we use up all of our... whatchamacallit? Stamina, I think? Yeah. No. Did we get it? No! Oh my god! Dodge. Brilliant dodge. No, so close. Thankfully the Mooncrest has saved us again. Get rid of that Sir Gilman faker. Okay, we should be able to get this. Get in there! Oh, thank God. Bloody hell, Bertrude. You scared the hell out of me then. Can we try this from afar? No. Don't try and get cocky. Oh! No! Good catch. Oh! No, we jumped too far. Can you believe it? I mean, we haven't got the Mooncrest. Damn it. They scored only 15 now. We just need to score once. I think we should be able to do this. Why did that not kill anyone? Oh, shit. Can you Mooncrest me, please, game? Just a little Mooncrest? Bloody hell. Right, enough mucking around. Oh! Nearly. Oh, we're not getting Mooncrested at all here. Take up this little rookie shit. Oh, I think we've done it. We've done it. Stupid little Tizzo. You left yourself open. I don't know why I got so insulting then. I love them guys. It wasn't actually them, was it? Alright, well done, Bertrude. A simple test. Undeserving to be called a challenge. I ought to fail you just for that gloating, crone. But these are not my rules, and your performance was sufficient. Thus, you have passed my test. Congratulations are in order, to you, and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Good seeing you, Sandra. I got a feeling that may be the last time, you know. I mean, suppose we could chat to her every now and then. An option we've completely ignored throughout all of this. But I don't know. We've got enough people to talk to. Right, so we should get a special item. Nah, good riddance to that mouthy wraith. Show us, then, what trinket she bestoweth upon us. We got Malife's tail. That does not look like a tail. So what does it do? Bertrude's blast pierces through solid objects. Now I like the sound of that because there's a lot of obstacles in the arenas now. Cool. The sisters of the arch cut into her skin. Once she was through with them, she shed the rest. That's pretty hardcore. We'll take it, and we shall equip it and say goodbye to our beautiful Mooncrest. Unless we get a new character, which I'll be very surprised if we do. The Mooncrest will be put to bed forever. Right, let's carry on. Trade with Falcon Ron. We could sell the Mooncrest, but I'm not gonna. Here in the boundless waters of Sharp Shoal, what the hell is this place? An icy floe near the Isle of Claymere, sturdy enough for landing. You somehow run into the familiar countenance of the slug market proprietor, far from one of his usual stops. Oh, hey guys, fancy seeing you again. You come here often? He brandishes some sort of package, which you sense contains a talisman that emanates no small amount of power. Anyways, I've got something you're really gonna want, I think. In mint condition, too. I don't know what it is, but I do know what it's worth, and I can give it to you half off. So, you guys want this thing, or what? He offers you the sealed talisman. While you cannot sense exactly what it is, such an artifact would likely cost more once on display. Right, again, we've only got 9, so unless you're going to let us sell some stuff, we can't. Sorry, dude. Maybe it's because we don't do any foraging when we have some alone time, but I think we're getting on just fine, so I'm going to keep going. Sorry, Ron. I think we've lined your pockets enough in the very beginning of the game. You decline Ron's offer, who just shrugs and groans. Oh, okay, but don't go saying I ain't giving you good deals, because I am. Come on, Dad. He shuffles away towards wherever he's headed. You return to the wagon and consider which of your vocations to pursue. It's gonna be Bertrude, I think, but first, who's in the black wagon? Tizzo! Long time no speak. I keep forgetting about you, little buddy, I'm sorry. You observe Tizzo rummaging around the black wagon, as though in search of something. He notices you there and rushes up to greet you. Tizzo is glad that you are here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But, just as quickly, he resumes his search. Tizzo is looking for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. Interesting. He's growing frustrated that the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach. This guy's slithery as fuck. Look at him. It just comes out of nowhere. I'm afraid that it is gone, Tizzo. I am very sorry. Reader, it is nothing that ought to be cause for much concern. Merely that Tizzo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn. Oh, cool. I've always wondered about that. Like a red horn bandana. Tizzo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizzo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always stay with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then, please do not worry yourself about it anymore. It is a symbol of a distant past, besides. Tizzo skulks away, up to the rafters. The lone minstrel watches him go. The object that he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizzo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his days with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of the other drive imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortune fell, and their triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Valfred has revealed to you more of the details. Yes, I believe he has. As for Tizzo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of his past, somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He is resilient, and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say that for he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in his polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. That's the longest conversation we've had with Tarek for a while. So let's go and visit Tizzo's roster. So I think I do remember Valfred telling us a little bit about Tizzo's past, but I can't remember too much if I'm honest. There are a lot of imps in the downside, but few, if any, are like this one. In fact, he seems to be descended from the most famous imp of them all. Oh yes! Tizzo is older than he appears, and drove the black wagon of the Nightwings for many years, learning much about the rites while travelling with the triumvirate. But when misfortune fell, he disappeared. He re-emerged years later, having become an integral part of Valfred's plan, and to serve as a liaison between Valfred and a certain band of exiles whom he entrusted. Maybe it would be good to send Tizzo up in our next liberation rite, because, like they said, he's a good liaiser, and he's done that sort of stuff before. Right, let's choose a vocation. I'm going to mentor a companion. It seems to be a nice beneficiary, if you ask me. An easy choice, although I could be being a bit short-sighted. Now, I'm tempted to get Bertrude up some more, but now I'm thinking that we want to get Tizzo up, although it wouldn't get him a level. Would it get anyone a level? Would it get Pamela up a level? Crap, so we could get Pamela to max level here. That could be worthwhile. Then we could sit her out of a few rites without feeling guilty, even though she's our best player. But we need to upgrade some more, so we have more of a choice when it comes to the liberation rite. You know what? I'm going to go with my gut and do it. You and Pamela go over what you know of the celestial landmarks you've been to, and how their properties impact the Nightwings and the rites. You can tell she knows many of them well by now. Look at that, master of the rites. Brilliant. I used to soar above the mountains with the highway remnants, and we would see the Commonwealth shining down on the horizon. It enraged us, the mere sight of it. I can fly free no longer, yet that anger, I don't feel it anymore. Well, that's good, Pamela, that's very good. So we can either, if Pamela is banished while Winged Fury's effect is active, she returns twice as quickly. What's Winged Fury again? For 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Pamela moves 30% faster than usual. Cool. So if we take someone out and immediately die, she'll return at double the speed. That sounds pretty good. She moves faster while flying. I'm going to go for this one, Relentless Pursuit. Gosh, she's conducted 8 rites. I spent my life among the mountains. These places all felt very new to me at first. Cool. Well, I'm glad we chose her. Now she's max level. Who should we go for next when we get the chance? I don't really know. I see Ruki's very close to leveling up, so maybe you'll take part in the next rite. Now we've got to find our way to where this actually takes place. Oh, is it just over there? A skip and a hop? So, you're to conduct the rites here against the Manly and the Chastity. Oh, Manly, not that guy again. He's so annoying. Such a tough tree, isn't he? Oh, look! Oh, we're going to get word from Jodariel and hopefully Hedwyn. Here in the tumultuous waters of the Deathless Tempest, you encounter a messenger imp, come to deliver news and rumours from the other side. The news this time pertains to Jodariel, whom you liberated, not liberated. I don't know what that means. Does that mean we made a limerick out of her? Anyway, at the fall of Solium, you learn Jodariel's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was to be reinstated on the blood border on the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Vale, for a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets. Oh no! An elite blood border platoon shrouded in secrecy, to like the SAS. Other than the famous results of its operations, yeah, like a proper cool secret unit. The Commonwealth's veiled leaders always were surrounded by sentinels in similar garb. But she refused the gesture, rather bluntly, report suggests. Instead, she sought Volfred's agents, as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters, and so, the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Awesome. The last part of the Messenger Imp's news must have been damaged in transit, though it appears to be in Jodariel's own words. All you can tell is that it says, await. Very interesting. You thank the Messenger Imp for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news. Do you think she still has her horns, now that she's back up there? You give it to him for us, Jodie. I knew you had it in you. She's an inspiration to us all. Or to this night she is, at least. And what does Tizzo say? Tizzo is fired up about the news of Jodariel's return to the Commonwealth. Good little buddy. We can envision it. A demon such as she, set loose within the Commonwealth. Wonder what the rest of her message said. The news of Jodariel's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. And we gained one hope. Yeah, wish Jodariel luck. Oh, cool. So, it's the most exciting part for me now, hearing back from who we set free. I don't know if you can make bad choices. Like, was there an option, perhaps, that she can take up that position on the blood border and thus not help with the revolution? I don't know. I'd be interested to find out, though. Anyway, your wagon shudders to a halt at the Isle of Clymere. Bizarre outcroppings give it a forbidding feel. In the distance you hear odd gibbering noises that sound like drive-ins. Did I say gibbering when I said gibbering? I'm not too sure, but again, no more conversation, so we'll move on. Everything is prepared, and night is just beginning to take hold above the steady currents of the Isle of Clymere when Volfred gets your attention. Reader, I suppose you might remember our first meeting with that manly Tinderstaff. He would be mortified, of course, if you forgot. I would say that he is an embarrassment to my kind, but, unfortunately, I've known many others like him. We are a discontented people, I suppose. Anyway, when last we saw him, you might recall that I avoided him. We are not good acquaintances or anything, but he knows enough people in high places that he could be harmful to our plan, should he know of my involvement. And so, Volfred dons his ritual mask. No way! You're going to play in this one, Volfred? There we go, Volley Boy. It took you a while to come around, but it's time. I shall have to be discreet here. As I am with the Nightwings once again, I can no longer hide from him outright. Perhaps, though, he shall take me for a common sap. As long as you're not a common sack. Anyhow, it seems to me we have a rite to conduct. Yes! Oh, this is cool. I'm diving straight into it. No, like, pre-warm-up talk or anything. What does this one do? Your adversaries shall have 8+ presents, raising the size of their auras. No, thank you. We'll stick with it. So, if Volfred's fighting for us now, we need to level him up ASAP and get him sent to the Commonwealth, surely. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Or would he rather stay down here? I don't know. Oh god, I'm so excited.
A glorious eve to you.
Still raining though. It's a joke.
Of the Nightwings. The 8 scribes dragged you all the way into the blasphemous Isle of Cain.
I was saying that word wrong.
Here
We'll stick with Clymere.
Surrounded by even more gibbering nitwits than usual.
Oh, that mouth.
The adversaries you are to confront shall be the Chastity.
What a cool place this is.
Extinguish now their pyre and glory shall be yours.
This is a full-on, like, Pyre
Now
pitch.
prepare yourselves.
Sure. My, what have we here? Why, the Nightwings. Come to grace us with their presence once again? Are you perhaps intent upon humiliating us even more after last time? You sense Volfred reaching out to you. Reader, let us indulge him for the time. Perhaps he shall reveal something we can use to provide a disincentive for his meddling. Just let him keep on talking. I shall attempt to remain hidden. And my, the colours of those raiments, I mean, they are rather gaudy in this light, I have to say. No, I mean no offence to this, of course. So, do you suppose the rite is going to commence soon? As much as I enjoy our chats like this, I too have to get going soon. If you must know why, I'm expecting an important message. From the other side, no less, come dawn, I hear something is brewing out there, some sort of unrest, So yes, it's a very important message. Sent all this way by one of those imp couriers, and I must say, those little things, their services are certainly not cheap. No, I'm sure that I could get you a good deal on their services, if you wish. Perhaps to contact a loved one back home, All I ask, of course, is that you stand aside and let the chastity prevail, as well we ought. For I have a date with Destiny not long from now, upon the fall of Solium. He continues talking for some time, until at last, the rite is set to start. Okay, well, it's horrible talking to him again, I'll be honest. Bloody hell. Right, who should we choose? Oh my! Look at this wonderful assembly of exiles come from all different corners, Such a colourful retinue you Nightwings have. Why does he keep talking all the time? He's got so much to say. You know, I heard the most preposterous rumour about you. That you are harbouring an especially notorious criminal, one who has designs upon the Commonwealth itself. He looks right at Volfred. Oh crap, is the jig up already? And he referenced Volfred as a criminal? But I could not imagine such outlandish tales could possibly be true. Anyhow, I so would like to meet everyone here. Hello, good Nightwings. I am H. Manly Tinderstyle, and truly, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Manly has intruded on your privacy as you set to choosing your triumvirate. He could not be less welcome. He seems to be searching for someone in your ranks. He's definitely onto us. Get away, you tree sack. So he seems very interested. Ask him to leave politely. Seems to respond to behaviour similar to his own. You could send him away. Perhaps a broken limb or two might cause Manly to think better of such antics next time. No, we can't resort to violence. We need to play this cool. If we lash out, in my experience, that might show that we've got something to hide. So let's ask him to leave politely. Play it cool. You suggest to Manly that perhaps he ought to check on his own triumvirate in the key moments prior to the rite. Why, yes, of course. I was just taking the opportunity to bid all of you salutations, for I so enjoy getting to meet my fellow exiles face to face like this. Yes, there may be rules against this type of thing, but who's counting, am I right? I'm sure the scribes wouldn't mind if they were here. Anyway, now that you mention it, I ought to go check on my wonderful colleagues. See you shortly, and good luck. Mandy leaves at last, leaving you to focus on the rite again.
Who shall stand together here
Right,
this
I'm
night?
glad we got rid of that nosy sap. Did he have a long nose? I think he did. Anyway, right. Before we choose our team, I think we're going to save this right for the next episode. So, if you enjoyed this Let's Play of Pyre, please go ahead and leave a like. It helps out a great deal, and I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more, we're going to pick a team rather different to what we've seen recently. I'm thinking along the lines of Volleyboy and Bertrude, and maybe Rookie again. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll bring that to you. If you've got any comments you want to raise, what do you think about the way Mandy said Volfred's got a criminal past? What do you think about that? Leave a comment below, and I'll make sure I get back to you. Alright? See you!